Hello everyone. I know it's kind of weird for me to do 2 videos on optics, but that's because I've just been playing around with them recently. Here's my dog, by the way. So today we're going to be making a little tiny projector. It's mostly just a test, and I've actually made a far superior version in the past, and I even made a video on it, but it was using little slides. This is all hand-drawn, as in a word, because, that's about all I can draw. Even that, barely. So, basically, I just took some paper, a bright flashlight. Now, this is mostly unknown. Again, my dog. I'm just going to pretend they don't exist. So it's a Coast G25. However, the exact flashlight I cannot find. I can find a flashlight that's very similar, however, is not even close to near the 300 lumens that this is. So yeah. Anyway, so we've got that, and that's because you need it bright enough to actually be able to go through the paper, because I didn't feel like using nice, thin, drafting paper. And then here we've got a night-eye zip tie, but you can also just use a rubber band. Again, I was just too lazy not to use one. So then we've got a macro lens here, just on top of a shoebox. And here's my dog again. I don't think I've ever shown my dog in videos. Anyway, it's a macro lens. You can use a prime lens or just a standard lens. Does not really matter as long as you're focusing distance and that type of stuff. So let's just attach it. Now something you want to do is you want to write it on one side and then you want to rewrite it on the other side. That way you make sure that it actually shows up. So it's very simple. It's janky is how simple I would say it is. So we just got it wrapped around. Then we've got flashlight on bright. Alright, so I'm going to turn off the light. There you go. And then we are simply just going to rest it on here. And I'm going to focus pan up. Okay. And then we can focus it manually just by changing the distance. As you can see, it's right side up on here. However, it's wrong way up. And that's because the way a lens works is actually reverses the image, which is why you actually have mirrors in cameras, because then it reflips it and makes it normal. Anyway, so this problem is so simple, especially when you're using a projector like this where everything is homemade. Now, something that's kind of interesting is you do get the DIY camera that I made in the past video. Wow, it's not liking me for some reason. It's just not even, so it can't stand. So you're getting that little camera. So okay, so it says subscribe, and so you can actually see my fingers when I get close to it. So there's my finger right there. Can you see more of my fingers? Yeah. And that's not just a shadow puppet. You can actually see that it's a little bit, pale, I guess, would be the way to describe it. And that's about it. Sorry about that ASMR there. So, basically, you just got a piece of paper that's projecting. Subscribe. There we go. And to you, it says subscribe backwards. But that's just because I wrote it facing the other way, so you don't actually have to write backwards. Fortunately for me, I'm not actually looking into it right now, because if I did, I would be blinded. And then, boom, flashlight. Now, something else I want to experiment with is making a real the little camera projector, like an actual projector. And this was all based on, you know, me loving to just mess around with lenses and light. So if I actually dim this, that little square you see there, you can actually see the lens right there that it focuses with. But let me get actually a different flashlight that I know you can see the LED with. This one wasn't actually bright enough. It's only 150 lumens, which is still granted bright. So there's the cone, I guess, or the reflecting part. And as we zoom in, boom, you can see the actual element. Let me just turn down the light here. It is, I guess, a little bit harder. So what you can't see, but I can, is there are four little prongs of wires, and those are the actual LED diode bits. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.